You're not in control. You're being loud.
You call it life, but you ain't source of the breath. You call it choice, but something governs your steps. You think you free, but you depend on what you can't see. Every thought you think pass through something deeper than me. If you gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, you done all that independence. Stop when he say it's done. You not self-existent, you just currently permitted. Living off of power, you never admit it. You don't wake yourself, you resume it. Like a system reboot in a borrowed room. Consonants ain't yours, it's success. You didn't design the mind, you process. Thoughts arrive, you stamp a mind, but you don't know where they form or why they align. Something feeding your awareness in real time, and you still say you the author of your design. Your heart don't wait for your permission to beat. Your blood don't pause when you fall asleep. Autonomy, that's a service illusion. You live inside a sustained execution, and then we live, move, and have I been. That ain't poetry, that's structural meaning. You call it life, but you ain't source of the breath. You call it choice, but something governs your steps. You think you free, but you depend on what you can't see. Every thought you think pass through something deeper than me. If you gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, you done all that independence. Stop when he say it's done. You not self-existent, you just currently permitted. Living off of power, you never admit it. You ever notice you can't come in healing? Cut don't close cause you told it to seal it. Cells respond to what code you don't speak. Organs obey laws you can't even reach. You don't maintain it, you can maintain it together by something you never explain. Fearfully, wonderfully made, but you ignore while walking around like you authored the core. You can't build marrow, you can't script a nerve. Can't recreate vision or what sight preserves. Yet you declare sovereignty over the frame when you don't even know how you sustain. You call it life, but you ain't source of the breath. You call it choice, but something governs your steps. You think you're free, but you depend on what you can't see. Every thought you think pass through something deeper than me. If you gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, you done all that independence. Start when he say it's done. You not self-existent, you just currently permitted. Living off of power, you never admit it. You don't control when awareness fades. Sleep alone proves you can't self-sustain. You vanish nightly, come back unaware that something preserved you while you weren't there. You don't know the existence, you're in a space. Like something keeps restoring your place. The spirit shall return unto God who gave it. That's not later, that's just currently shaping. You're not just flesh, you're being upheld moment by moment by something else. And if that presence withdrew its hold, you and I, you'd simply be told enough. You call it life, but you ain't source of the breath. You call it choice, but something governs your steps. You think you're free, but you depend on what you can't see. Every thought you think pass through something deeper than me. If you gather unto himself his spirit and his breath, you done all that independence. Stop when he say it's done. You not self-existent, you just currently permitted. Living off of power, you never admit it. It's the part nobody wanna sit with. You never been self-sufficient, just uninterrupted. And grace been masking the distance between you and no one sustaining your frame. You breathing his air while denying his name. Not forced to submit, that's the weight of the test. You free to reject while he holds your breath. Dust thou art, don't get it confused. You not becoming dust, returning the truth. This whole time you lived inside mercy extended, and still called it yours like it wasn't lent. Like it wasn't lent. Like it wasn't lent. You're not alive. You're not alive. You're not alive. Cause you decided to be. You're alive. Cause he hasn't stopped you yet.